I don't hate
You hate roosters.
I don't hate
You
roosters.
hate cocks.
I love...
Controversial promos are not uncommon in WWE, as wrestling superstars often tend to cross the line to gain a mental upper hand on their opponents. I'm Kevin. These are the 5 most controversial WWE promos of all time. Number 5, John Cena mocks Roman Reigns. It's fair to say that the unified WWE Universal Champion is one of the biggest stars in the pro wrestling business today. However, a few years ago, 16-time world champion Jonathan Cena was in no mood just to open the door for Reigns and let him into the main event scene. On their way to face off against each other at No Mercy 2017, the leader of the C Nation taught the former Shield member a true lesson in microphone humility at a contract signing on Monday Night Raw. Fans had gone back and forth on Reigns for the longest time, and Cena found a very clever way to express exactly why that is. They go back and forth with you because when they look at you, they see what I see, a cheap, corporately created John Cena bootleg. John Cena also somehow took a shot at The Undertaker in this same conversation, adding that he was not a battered veteran at the end of his career with a bad hip. And of course, Roman Reigns went on to win the match at No Mercy, so yeah, all that tough talk, and John Cena got beat up by the big dog. Number 4, Kurt Angle loves to play with boys. Kurt Angle was one hell of a wrestler, maybe one of the best athletes to transition into WWE of all time. From singing Sexy Kurt to battle raps, the American hero also earned his stripes as a tough talker in WWE. One such promo was when the Olympic gold medalist wasted no time in mocking the much smaller opponent he had coming up, Rey Mysterio, during an episode of SmackDown, where he revealed how much he loved to play with boys. "You're a boy in a man's world. I'm a man who loves to play with boys." Kurt Angle purposely flubbed his braggadocious dismissal of Mysterio, but the live crowd started to turn on it and interrupt him. Even Taz on commentary couldn't keep it together, simply saying, "Put the mic down." Perhaps the best part about Kurt Angle going out of line here was how he realized that the words were coming out wrong and getting a different meaning, and he tried to rectify the whole thing, but it just got worse. Angle versus Mysterio in Mysterio's early stages in WWE are some fantastic matches. Seek them out. Number 3, Paige pushes Charlotte Flair to the edge. WWE superstar Paige had been a part of some controversial stories over the years, but not many things compare to the backlash she caused during a promo back in 2015. During an episode of Monday Night Raw in November of that year, Charlotte and Paige were closing the show with a contract signing for their upcoming Divas Championship match at Survivor Series. This segment looked normal. The antagonist going at the hero, them saying tough words to each other ahead of a big title match. That was until Charlotte brought up the subject of her recently deceased brother. If you didn't know, Charlotte's younger brother, Reed Flair, who also pursued a passion of professional wrestling, passed away in 2013. Paige didn't seem to be a big fan of Charlotte's eulogy, as she continued to go back and forth with the Queen and ended up making a mockery of Charlotte's emotional loss by telling her that her brother didn't have much fight in him. Looking at the reaction from the WWE Universe at the time, maybe some of the industry insiders decided to push the feud under the rug and never really talk about it again. Number 2, Chris Jericho roasts Stephanie McMahon. WWE really allowed their superstars to push the envelope, get edgy during the Attitude Era, and Chris Jericho was one of these superstars. He showed off his comedic side at the expense of Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie was a good sport getting humiliated by Jericho and sold it quite convincingly. This happened when La Champion delivered a promo directed towards the Alliance's muscle man, Rhino, en route to their clash at SummerSlam 2001. Apart from showing off to the entire world how Stephanie had grown cosmetically in certain parts of her body, Jericho also revealed what he was going to do at SummerSlam against Rhino. "I'm gonna take care of that smelly, greasy, and nasty animal, and I'm gonna get you too, Rhino." The classic swerve. Now just imagine saying such words to the daughter of your boss, a billion-dollar princess. Back in the Attitude Era, however, with pop culture norms at the time, such remarks were highly appreciated by the WWE fan base and developed Jericho's character to a whole nother level of sports entertainment. Number 1, CM Punk's pipe bomb. On a seemingly ordinary night on WWE Raw, June 2011, one man with tattoos and a bad attitude sat down on the Monday Night Raw stage with a wrecked, slammed through a table John Cena laying in the ring, waiting for the words that he would share. Words that would forever change the landscape of WWE as we know it, with just 6 minutes. Laying out all of his issues on the table, CM Punk's pipe bomb quickly became the thing of legendary status. The promo started off with CM Punk aiming his animosity towards his upcoming opponent at Money in the Bank, John Cena. But the 6-minute monologue took all of these different directions that pulled back the curtain for the WWE Universe, aimed fire at them, the fans, and then the McMahon family. I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better off after Vince McMahon is dead. But the fact is, it's going to be taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family. The promo caught a lot of attention online and beyond, with veterans of the business like Steve Austin, X-Pac, Mick Foley, and JBL praising it. In his official documentary, The Best in the World, Punk revealed it was a worked promo, with Vince McMahon and WWE's creative staff being aware of the topics that Punk was going to mention.